earlier due to my microphone. It kept on slipping out of my ears, so I was having a hard time actually keeping content. I found a different headset, so this should work a lot better than my previous one. So as I was saying, the workshop decorator does work really well. The area that you will find it is in your vanilla workshop area. So you'll find it in your furniture. You'll get beds that do not work. These do not work as settlement beds. The only thing that they are is exactly as the thing said, decoration. If for any reason that you do want them to work, you're going to have to use the place anywhere tool and basically just highlight the entire thing. It's a lot of time and I feel that it wastes time, but hey, you get the bed that you want. Most of these do work with come with the cute little bag on top. However, it still doesn't show the requires person for this to work, so you can put your bed right on top of that bed. That way you can see which direction the bed needs to go for it to work. Personally, I like the just bald ones, because then you could put the bed on top and you can place the head right there where the bottles are. So you get a different array of bedding that you can do. You have the non-bedded beds, decoration, booze bottles, basically chems, medical and chems, the Nuka-Cola with a alarm clock, the large board with chairs and couch with pillow, another couch with chairs, and some teddy bears. So these are basically just decoration. These do not function as regular settler beds. These will only function as regular settler beds if you actually feel like having them as regular settler beds. I wonder if this will connect to anything. Nope. Lots of nope. So these are kind of military wall cuts. I don't understand why they're not hooking up to the walls. They will hook up to the floor, which you kind of really don't want. I imagine these actually work a lot better with these guys. Let's see if they actually work with this. Also, no. Whatever. So even though the wall cots actually do function, I have not yet figured out how to work them. Let's go double check to see if it will hang off of any other material or if it just needs a floor. So apparently the wall cuts just, yeah, I'll figure that one out later. These lovely decoration chairs, also you can't sit on them. They're mainly, again, decoration. If you can't sit in it, your settlers can't sit in it. If you can't sleep in it, your settlers can't sleep in it. So basically, rule of thumb, if it does work, then you basically can use it yourself. which is a pain in the ass. But they look great. Nope. So the workshop decorator pack does give you awesome shelves that you can use. You have the different types of bookcases, shelves, more bookcases, refrigerator, put together bookcases, basically these are all decorations. These do not work as regular mounted shelves. They will not connect to your wall for any reason. Doesn't really matter where you try and put them. You kind of have to have like another shelf actually there in order for them to kind of be up. Same thing goes for this one. You already have to have a shelf up. As long as you see your item highlighted, that means that you can actually put it down. That's pretty straightforward. Fairly sure that you already knew that. These shelves do not work as regular shelves. You can't put anything on top of them. I will elaborate. This is also part of my decorator pack, where you get these cute little tubs full of miscellaneous items. So as you can see, these do not work as regular shelves. If they did work as regular shelves, you will be able to put this item on top of it. So these are just other decoration items that you could put into your settlement. A lot of these are modded items that I had picked up because I like the way that they look and they make my settlements feel more lived in, and they kind of work with the system itself. Okay, there's another mod that I use a lot, and you will find it here in the vanilla pack underneath the power miscellaneous. Give me a second.
Scriptinators.
So the Scriptinators mod will give you these intercoms that you could pretty much go up to, poke the button. Each Scriptinator allows you to call forth whatever it is the description is. So if you want your this is companion button, you can call forth whatever companion it says. In order for you to use these Scriptinator call buttons, you need caps. You will need money, in-game money. So basically, if you have caps, this will be just worth one cap. As you can see how many bottle caps that it takes only one bottle cap for you to build these, and then it will call forth whomever it is that you want to call forth. These call buttons also let you skip certain missions. It doesn't allow you to skip all missions. It gives you certain perks. It allows you to have modded rings, which are basically OP. Call forth rad storms. Have weapons. call forth NPCs, call forth settlers, and I know that there was money in here somewhere. But basically you just find that in your miscellaneous. If you really just don't like have any settlers and you want to just have a settler, but you can't build your little settlement beacon for whatever reason, that's a really great mod for you to have, because these settler beacons do cost like a great amount of material. You can also have this settler, the relay disc. It will actually unlock. Oh, it unlocks settlement objects. Never mind, not settlers. Whatever. I learn things all the time. So this is part of the Vault Tech DLC. This is a really great tool to have out on any of your settlements. If for any reasons you have like a hell of a lot of settlers going around and you kind of just don't know what it is that they're doing, maybe you forgot to make them work for anything and you kind of have like some stuff that's not being watched, like guard towers, food that's not being preparated, stores that have no one manning it. This basically, you can come in when it's fully powered. Let me power it up so I can actually demonstrate this a little bit better. Nope. Which I have another mod that brings this up to 500. Okay. So, bam. Okay, now it's fully powered. You can come in here. And it will ask you, oh, find jobs for unemployed people. So basically this is for anybody who's non-assigned. You just come in here and it'll be like, oh, assigned to a defense. How many do you want? However many people you have. If you have more than 5 people who aren't working, it will ask you, oh, do you wish to put all of them on defense or whatever item you may have available for the settlers to actually go. So that's a defense tower, that's a defense tower. There's some defense towers within the Super Duper Mart that you can go and place people in defense. So I'm actually going to take some time to just build and maybe just keep quiet for a little bit. As you can see, I have the no settlement build limit that allows me to put the size at 0 all the time, which means that yes, you can put as many settlers as your heart contents into this area for whatever reasons, because hey, it's your build, you can do whatever it is that you want, because that's how that works. There's another mod that I really like using for this oops, wrong thing. This mod gives me this right here. This is the federal supplies. And basically this gives you just a heap load of junk material. If be careful, this will overcumber you even if you have a mod that allows you to carry like 5,000 or unlimited amount of carry weight. It doesn't really matter, because you're going to want to come over here to the to the cottage and just drop everything off once you clear that area out. And this is basically where you just have all your little caravans, send out all your people to. You just need one person for each settlement to go out there and do their thing. So you can build as much as you want without any as much limitations. You will eventually run out of things to build. At some point, you can go back to that little supply area. It will refill itself in a day of in-game. So it's not too terribly bad for restocking.
Hey. Over here.
Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do is make sure that
Move here.
my build works. So in order for you to test this out, use an NPC, such as your companion.
Here.
If they can walk up and down it, any NPC can.
Head over there.
So this is why you want to maybe build a little bit and make sure that the NPC can actually come in here and do its stuff. So as you can see, I'm building a small structure. This is where my first settlers will be. Now I can go and just help them and build the stuff in there. Whatever. I just wanted to see how this looked and how this was going to go. I'm likely not going to have my first 6 settlers, which is basically going to house 6 people, to come in here. This is just basically going to be my guardhouse. For now, there's going to be one guardhouse out here. I'm going to build a guard area in there, which is already built for me. Flips. And basically just continue to rinse and repeat. Okay, back online. Mike is back in. The thing that I like to do is actually bring... these generators up on top of the roof because they're kind of up out of the way. Plus... oh, hey, there's Trash Can Carla coming into town. She's a vanilla character who basically just travels from settlement to settlement, even if you do not have this place set up yet. However, I believe as soon as you actually get this settlement up and running, she'll actually come around and, do her thing is basically, selling you scrap, armor, weaponry, pretty much, you know, things you may need. So I like these up and out of the way because it looks a lot nicer. It kind of uses less clutter on the floor. I just feel like it's an eyesore to just have these little power conduits all over the place, looking like ultimate trash in your settlements. So putting these on top of the roof is just seems a lot cleaner. Kind of doesn't grab at your poor settlers' necks, even though it doesn't really hurt them, but it just looks stupid. So I have another mod that I like using a lot because it just gives more color to the lighting that you have in your regular, where it's like you can have color. And I personally really like having the option of having color in a settlement because it kind of brings out a little bit more. Makes me feel happy. Because I think it looks really nice to have some color. Okay, so this basic mod, these ones will work regularly on any wall as long as you have these power conduits, these little areas. However, these light posts that I passed by will not work. They do not hook up like regular light posts. So the only way that they work is if you have them really close to your power generator. I don't believe they work. They just need to be like really close. So if for any reason that you want lighting like regular lampposts will have to work. So I have the brighter light mod. Basically, this will definitely make everything brighter. And I also have longer wire mod. This basically allows you to use this wire that you connect your lighting system and put it as far as it will go. This is a really great mod because it allows you to hook up your stuff a lot farther than you normally would be able to. Kind of looks a little bit more expanded. And it's a lot nice, and it looks a lot nicer than just having a whole bunch of lights just strewn about all over your settlement. I kind of like having my lampposts line up a bit, that way they're kind of on each side of the road. However, in real life, there would not be lamps on each side of the road. So this just, I mean, this doesn't actually make your settlers happier. It just makes things easier for you to see in the middle of the night. So if you're going to try and line them up like I am, you want to get this secondary one, the one on your right hand side, if you're going up towards the super duper mark, and try and see how far this one will go. Sometimes your left hand one will not go as far as your second one, so you kind of want to see how far each will go, and then bring the other one back a little bit to try and align them, if that's what you want to do, which I do. So I'm going to go in and out of mic a lot. I may pause for a long period of time to go get something to eat, or just not talk at all. Okay, as you can see, I have a child settler. Basically, this is one of the mods that I have that forces these little guys to become a workable settler. So you can actually just get them to go. See, they already assigned themselves to the beds, which is really great. I like it a lot. Wait, am I missing one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he's just not going to sleep. Whatever. Okay, one of the things about guards is that they do not go into their beds. However, they do need beds in order for them to be happy. Seeing as that I have more than 5, just put them all onto defense. Yes, force your little kid to actually do defense. This is not a bad thing because I have no settlement attacks. My settlement will not be attacked. I personally do not like them just looking whatever they look like sometimes. I specifically will go and change up their look. The kid's fine. I gotta go and grab some stuff for them. So in particularly to do that, I have a secondary mod. Okay, it's not here. So in order to give them anything, you basically just get dialogue.
I want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Trade with them. You can trade them anything in your inventory with something, whatever the hell you feel like is better than what they currently own, currently wearing. So if you don't want to just buy from Trash Can Carla, she'll be really close to your settlement build outlet. She usually is. So she'll either be in here in the Super Duper Mart, which she likely just passed by because I was building. So basically, your workshop, if you have caravans, people who travel, they'll come right here, closest to wherever your workshop is. So if you don't want like a lot of people going in there, you kind of want to be careful of where your workshop is and where you have a lot of people coming in, resting, doing whatever. Trash Can Carla will come here every once in a while. That's a really good thing. Okay, never mind. So, your guards, however many guards you have, they will just intersect, basically just change shifts whenever, with another guard in the areas that you have little guard posts. That I should just take away. If you have the free stuff mod, you basically can just put this down. Boom. Chemistry set. This will allow you to build ammo, combat armor, which I usually like using for these guys. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5. No. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. I think. Alright, I particularly like the patrolman sunglasses for my guards because it looks nicest. I think I'm missing something from the combat armor, which is the helmets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a sneeze coming on, forgive me. Okay. So you can dress your guards however you feel like dressing them. I particularly like them uniformed. With these. Okay, so where are my guards? Ah, there's one.
Got work to do. Can't talk now.
I just want to trade a few things.
Of course.
Okay, so if you don't like the way they look, just grab all their stuff. Regular chest piece. Arm, leg. Oops, I forgot to make something else. So he has to go in his underwear for a little bit. Oh, I also have no fall damage, so that's why I kind of jumped off of that. Don't be jumping off of places just because you see me doing it. I have no fall damage whatsoever, so it would be best that you not just go jump off of anywhere. 5. Okay. If you don't have that particular one.
I just want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
Okay, much better. Okay, in order for any of the weapons that you're giving them to work... Oh yeah, that's right, I don't have my ammo right now. You have to have the correct ammo that you are giving them. Which means I need to go and make ammo. Okay, I'm building a lot of ammo because I want to give them each 4,000 worth of ammo. That will build you up to 1,000 worth of ammo, so yeah, 4 times 5.
I'd like to trade some items.
Okay.
I think. Math me now. Shells, right? Got it. There we go. There. Uniforms. You. Come back here. Come back here.
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Let's trade some things.
Okay, instead of settlers, I have a mod that basically just names these guys for me. I forget what mod that is. I'll explain it later once I figure it out. to be quite honest, if you really want to make your settlers look decent, it's really tedious. Takes a lot of time. Now where are my other two? Okay. Don't see anyone up there. Ah, there's one. Oh wait, that's a kid. Yeah, you're fine.
If you ain't been up to see Grey God, you should go. Whole place is run by robots.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Can we trade a few things?
Go ahead.
working hard every day. Working every day and not getting much pay.
I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please!
We're already here in Concord. You're going to want to go into your settings and make sure that your gameplay, you have all your save on stuff off. Yeah, save on wrist is fine. But all these auto saves are basically a waste of space. If you're a heavy modder like myself, this will bring up the error message on you asking to free up your little screen, clips, videos, whatever it is that you may have in there. And even if it is clear, it may or may not work, so fun stuff. Eat frag. Aw, dog meat. Come on. Come on. There you go. So you want to be really careful about throwing frag grenades anywhere, because if you're doing a specific mission and you accidentally hit a non-companion NPC, that NPC will die, and if they're part of your faction, it doesn't really matter. If you accidentally kill them, the rest of the faction will get really mad at you and start attacking you. Thank you, dog meat.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minutemen.
Glad to help.
That ain't it.
Well, if that's true, we could use some more goodwill. As you can see, we're in a bit of a mess here.
Please, go on.
A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now we're 5. First, it was the ghouls in Lexington, and now this mess.
Sorry. Sounds rough.
Thanks. It's good to meet someone who really cares. Anyway, we figured Concord would be a safe place to settle. Those raiders proved us wrong. But, well, we do have one idea.
One good idea can make all the difference.
Sturgis. Tell him.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war. You might have seen it. Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of cherry T-45 power armor. Military issue.
I like it.
Yeah, I thought you might. Protection with an added bonus. Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that, and those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
Minigun. Now we're talking.
I know, right? Only there's one hitch. The suit's out of juice. Probably been dry for... It can be powered up again. But we're a bit stuck.
I'll help if I can.
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC. A standardized fusion core. Your high-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military and some companies way back when. And we know right where to find one.
But we can't get to the damn thing. It's down in the basement. Locked behind a security gate. Look, I fix stuff. I tinker. Bypassing security ain't exactly my forte. You could give it a shot.
Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core. We're set.
Well, all right. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the core into the power armor and grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight. Good luck.
Huh? Careful, kid. There's something coming.
Perfect.
And it's angry.
Yes.
We can't just stay trapped in here. This is ridiculous. Somebody do something.
Up here. Boss, we got somebody up here.
Have a little talk.
Come on, I got places to be.
Auntie Mama? You okay?
I'm fine, Preston. Quit fussing. Huh?
Excuse me.
That was a pretty amazing display. I'm just glad you're on our side.
The feeling's mutual, Preston.
You can never have too many friends. Not in the Commonwealth. Listen, when we first met, you said you were glad to help. Well, you did. And we owe you our lives. So here. It ain't much, but it's the best way I can say thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Well, since you say that, maybe you'll come to Sanctuary with us. We could use your help getting settled there.
All right, Garvey. I'm in.
Oh, that's wonderful. But there's more to your destiny, isn't there? I've seen it, and I know your pain.
Okay, I'm listening.
You're a man out of time, out of hope. But all's not lost. I can feel your son's energy. He's alive.
I'm listening.
Look, kid, I know how I sound. The sight, it's weird. And it ain't always clear. But your son's out there. And even I don't need the sight to tell you where you should start looking. The great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Diamond City. The biggest settlement around.
I've been to Diamond City already. I need more. Please.
Look, kid, I'm tired now. Maybe you'll bring me some chems later. The sight will paint a clearer picture.
No. Mama Murphy, we talked about this. That junk. It's gonna kill you.
Ah, shush, Preston. We're all gonna die eventually. We're gonna need the sight. And our new friend here, he's gonna need it too. Now let's...
Hey, good to see you again. I was hoping you'd show up. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us. I think we could settle down here. Make it a place to call home. What do you think?
Yeah. I used to like living here. Before the war.
What do you mean? Before what war? Are you saying...
I lived here over 200 years ago. I was frozen or something for most of it. Just woke up a little while ago.
Damn. Like one of those old pre-war ghouls. You say you were frozen. Anybody else make it out with you?
My son. Somebody took him away while I was still trapped. I've been looking for him.
Damn. I'm sorry. I hope you find him. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Anyway, I am glad you're here. And I hope you don't mind, but I've got another favor to ask. I've had word from a settlement asking for help. There's still hope in there are Minutemen out there, Somewhere. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minuteman is to show people that they can count on us when they need us. Trouble is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you could go help out the settlement?
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic. The Minutemen could use more people like you. By the way, if you want to help out around here at all, talk to Sturgis. I'm sure he'd be glad for all the help he can get.
So I'm here back in Sanctuary after completing Conquered. To which you can speak with Cogsworth.
You could say
and
that.
you can make
I
friends.
made a few new friends.
Can't have enough of those these days. I realize that I'm no Mr. Gutsy, but if needed, I'd be honored to accompany you throughout the Commonwealth. Just say the word.
Yes, of course.
As you wish, sir.
And basically, when you start with Cogsworth, he just tolerates you where you have to work on his friendship infinity or his affection towards you. So, as I was saying earlier about this specific Super Duper Mart mod that I have downloaded into Sanctuary, it is my favorite. Due to the fact that it reminds me of my all-time favorite Fallout 3 Megaton area, where you have like this small confined area. So where they have the Super Duper Mart, they have at least one there in DC. We have one here in Boston, I believe. It's in the map. They have at least one there in DC. We have one here in Boston, I believe. It's in the map. I'm not 100% sure where it is on the map right now. Never mind. this isn't the only other fully modded settlement that I have here on my game. I also have Ambernathi Farm, the theater. Settlement that I have here on my game. I also have Ambernathi Farm, the theater. Alright, let's see. Alright, this is another mod that I really enjoy having, which is the Red Rocket mod. And I will go to it in a second. Okay, so as you can see right here, I have this lovely built-in wall. The mod author was nice enough to build this lovely makeshift wall of cars, walls, other scrap metals, signs. So I really enjoy this because this is one of the areas that I like coming to place my fellow companions. It's one of the easiest places to find. It's really close to Sanctuary. The only thing that I don't like is how the doors work, because some of them actually swing out. I do not like the swinging out doors, so I usually just come in here, take out my building menu and just scrap the doors because it's a waste of space. I honestly don't see the reason of keeping these doors if they swing out like this and they kind of just protrude your traveling, your companions traveling, their movement whatsoever. Yeah, door in the face. This particular door you want to be careful of because it's kind of really weird. I don't understand the purpose of this one in particular. You just have this lovely weird space room with this thing here. I want to say it's a makeshift planet. I can't make these lights stop, so I usually do not use this for anything. Oh, that closed. You have a lovely little farm over here where you can come put your little vegetables, your growable items. As you can see, I have not come over here and cleaned up yet. There are some people, so that means that these guys came in here whenever the hell they came in here, built all of this and all of that, and I'll go up there in a second. To your vanilla red rocket. In order to get up there, there is only one way. Even if you have the rocket boosters, you can't just rocket up there. Yes, Cogsworth, I know you're bored. Where is... Ah! There's the little ramp. This will bring you all the way up. So it brings you up into this little loft area. You don't have to worry about your companions coming up over here. They don't seem to understand how to use buttons or elevators. So this is a place for just you to come into and do whatever you like to it, because you can actually open up your menu. pretty much scrap anything in here that you feel that you want, don't want. You can build in here anything that you would like. This is a one-person bed. I can't even scrap it. I would like to scrap it because I don't like the look of it. But that's just me. As you can see, there's another little ramp area. You can actually go a lot higher into this little area that you have personally for yourself. That area leads you all the way up to the helipad, which is on the top of this structure that the mod author had made. If you have the Brotherhood of Steel as one of your factions, you can call the Brotherhood of Steel's little helicopter to come get you off of the roof whenever you feel like doing that. And I'll go up there in a second. Okay, let's go upstairs. Poke. Oh wait, this brings me back down. Okay then. I know this is an area that actually brings you up higher. I just pressed the wrong one. I thought that was the one that actually brings you a little bit higher, but I haven't used this mod in a while, so I kind of don't know the outlay of this area as well as I thought I did. So let's go up a little bit higher. Go even higher. Okay, so there it is. Alright, so this pretty much brings you out here. Poke. And once you poke that, this pretty much brings out the little heliport for you. And you have this lovely, gorgeous view of Boston where you can see pretty much everything. That would be Concord down over there. The water well, there's the lake close to Sanctuary Hills. There's Sanctuary Hills. You can actually see parts of the mod of the Super Duper Mart. If you were up any higher, it likely wouldn't actually show you. I think I can see Abernathy Farm from up here, but it won't show me all the mod stuff from here. Please don't do what I'm doing because I have a no fall damage. Boom. Okay, let's go find Abernathy Farm. I hear something. Okay.
Come on, sir, we can take them.
Sorry for the interruptions. That's my phone going off if you hear it. Don't worry about it, I'll just leave a message. So here we have the mod for the Abernathy Farm. I can come in here, not really bother with these guys. They won't really hurt me. If you haven't found this area yet, they won't really bother you as long as you're not really bothering them. This is the vanilla shack that they have here for their family. They all live down here. Basically, the mod author added on top of their little area, to which I say this is really well done. I feel like the farmers kind of added on an additional set to their amazing farm. It has a couple of layers to it where you can put like dining area, little bedding, rooms, whatever it is that you feel like putting in here. I don't like that you kind of have to just really work around it as much, but it still looks really well done. I like the way that it's put together. I don't feel like everything's constricted. And I feel like it works with the regular game mode. This brings you all the way up. I forget where this goes. Okay, so this brings you all the way up to this area, which is basically like a lighthouse. It will shine a little bit. You can kind of sort of see it from afar. This area is strictly kind of for you. You can build whatever it is that you like because none of the regular NPCs will be able to come up here. They don't really use buttons or elevators very well. If they do, it's not something that I've noticed with my settlers, because my settlers are so smart. And so much. So, I don't know. So other than this additional little area to the farm that I've noticed, they also expanded the farm a lot. Whee. They have this lovely area down here. This is already in there, but they made this little pathway. They have that little guard tower. And basically all guards come in here, make sure that this area is safe. So this is one of the biggest farming areas that you can come into when you have this mod downloaded into your system. If you have the no build limit, you can actually have as many people as you need in order to farm this area, because you need a lot of people to be farming the Abernathy farm, because all of this is farmable food. Well, except for these cattails. So you have all this razor grain, you have these little tire berries, you have the little tomats, which are basically tomato-potato hybrids. And without this mod, you will have these lakes, however they won't be filled like this as much. And I don't believe that they have these walkways. I could be wrong. It's just that I don't really play with the vanilla version of Abernathy Farm as much as I used to, because I just like the way that this looks a lot better. Hell of a lot better. So another mod, heavily modded area, is the Starlight Diner. Oh, drive-in. I can't pronounce things. So this is going to be a very quick walkthrough of the area. I'm pretty much just going leave the video as soon as I'm done actually just going through what it is that the mod author pretty much added in. As you can see, you get on the outside of this wall. It doesn't restrict any of the actual area's mission in order for you to get it up and running through the area. As you can see, the mole rats still work. That mole rat just flipped over a freaking car. Ah, that's a really strong mole rat. don't mess with mole rats, basically, is the method of the story.
What's all this?
So as you can see, I'm kind of cleaning through these mole rats right now. I haven't been through this area yet. This is one of the great things of this heavily overhaul to this area. It doesn't actually disrupt the mole rat attack for you to actually do this mission and obtain the little workers area. So that's something that I really like about this particular mod. It adds in these lovely buses where you can actually come inside, build a small little living area, have people live, have your little settlers live in. This is actually a fairly large area for you to be building into. These ones with the chairs you can't really build as much into. I imagine that you can't sit in them because, as you can see, I don't get a sit option, so your settlers also can't sit in there. If it doesn't function for you, it doesn't function for them. Rule of thumb. However, there is that one rule of thumb where it's like, if stairs work for you, doesn't mean that it always works for them. So that's why you want to bring a companion to make sure that they can actually come up and down stairways, workable paths that you have built personally. I imagine that the build modifier had a companion with them, or an NPC, follow along NPC. Building and going as they went with this specific settlement. I believe that there aren't any actual bones of settlers here to prove that it has been built in. However, there is one person here in this specific mod that you can't really speak with, and they're somewhere around here. I imagine that him and his friends came in here and just started building. He's not a settler. It's going to randomly give him a name because I have a mod that randomly gives settlers names. He's here with his dog, which isn't named. We're just going to call you Bingo. Him and his dog Bingo. So there's a lot of added in equipment, which I feel looks really great, doesn't interrupt with the regular vanilla game, doesn't make you waste your time into building into this area, trying to work out what it is that you want to come in here and have it look really good and have it just done for you. Yeah, I have to say that it is kind of in particularly lazy, and that was a trap that just set off. Ah, fuck.
Are we having a fun trouble avoiding exploding ourselves?
You want to be careful with booby traps, because if you weren't heavily modded like I am, close that, to take not as much damage, that would have really let your hip go all, either kill you or have your hip really low. So be careful about explosives. Explosives will kill you no matter what kind of mod that you have, depending. If you fall really, really far, and you have no fall, still you will likely die. If you're not supposed to be in an area, and the game will just pretty much kill you because you're not supposed to be there. Alright,
Hi. Huh?
this is another guy who lives here and may have built this entire area. I believe there is 2 people here, other than myself. Let's see. Okay, I can now use this as a workshop. Okay, so they will not show up on your building map. So they kind of just stick around. They're kind of like ghost NPCs, where they will just stick around. They're not going to add into your settlement whatsoever. They're not going to really work in your settlement, anything like that. Why? I have no idea. Although some NPCs will work like that anyways, depending on the mods that you currently have fitted into your system. If you have the scrap settlement mod built into your system, and you have characters that you cannot, for whatever reason, add into your settlement. Let's go see if I can find that guy again. Where did he go? Okay. Usually, if you have your little marker right on top of them, and they're not really part of the settlement, they don't show up as a settlement, you will be given the option of scrapping them, which means that they will become just fertilizer and bones for the Pacific settlement that you have them in. So I kind of don't really want to be just standing here and scrapping the entire while. Where's Cogsworth? He's going to take a sweet ass time getting to me. I think I have time for maybe one more. Where is it? Gosh darn it. Think it's more on this end. Nope. Nope. Wait, is that the one? Lake Quarry? Whatever. If you're wondering if these things work, they do. As you can see, as soon as you use them, for some reason it wants to show off my butt. They will work as functioning miniguns. And don't worry, even though it just says 500, it will be unlimited ammo. No, your postcards will not work with these. You're the only one who can grab these. So basically, these are the mounted miniguns that you can get on the Brotherhood of Steel jet fighters. So basically, these do work. However, you're the only one who can actually interact with them. This is all added in content. This is the mega screen. There is some stuff that was added on into it. I forget how to get in there. Oh, there we go. This is booby trapped. Be careful. And this awning they added. And of course the mini little miniguns. So that's pretty much it for this area, honestly. I feel like it's really well done. It doesn't bring me out of the immersion of this specific game. I don't feel like it's something that somebody couldn't do or a bunch of people couldn't do, because this was a drive-through theater. I imagine that buses and cars and multitude of people used to come here, watch this lovely, huge, big screen with family and friends, and it's still really dirty, and I love it. There's like a freaking combat zone here, which radiates you. Don't worry, you can come in here and pick up all these crates. Basically, if it irradiates you, it irradiates your settlers, and they can get sick and unhappy. So please do come in here and clean it. Unless they're ghouls, then that doesn't matter. Yeah, ghouls can pretty much go in here, be fine. Alright, so I'm going to set off here. Thank you for joining me and my live stream. I'm completely sorry that I am not pros. There may have been a lot of quiet spots and a lot of area of me playing. But until next time, aloha.